Rim Country News brought to you by Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. Same stop, different horses since 1916. And by Terlucas and Brandt, CPA PLLC, with a long history of providing quality CPA services right here in Rim Country. On this Monday, January 10th, for Tano TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson with your Rim Country News headlines. An endangered Mexican gray wolf that had been roaming around northern Arizona has been found dead, according to federal officials this last Friday. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service said the male wolf was killed sometime last weekend. Authorities said the incident is under investigation and declined to release any additional information. Environmentalists were dismayed about the discovery, saying the wolf known as Anubis had given them hope that the Mexican gray wolves would return to the region. The wolf had returned to the Flagstaff area at the end of October. Back in August, Arizona wildlife officials relocated it about 200 miles to the southeast within the boundaries of the wolf recovery area that was established by the federal officials, and Interstate 40 marks the northern edge of that recovery zone. Under a 2017 recovery plan, the Arizona Game and Fish Department is required to work with Fish and Wildlife Service folks to capture and release any wolf that ventures north of the highway. Environmentalists often describe the boundaries as arbitrary and political. They contend Mexican gray wolves belong in the Coconino-Kaibab National Forest and around other areas of northern Arizona, including the Grand Canyon, where they have plenty to eat and space to roam. However, ranchers and some officials in rural communities in parts of Arizona and New Mexico are concerned about the wolves killing livestock. They say wildlife managers have yet to solve the problem. That's despite efforts to set up diversionary food caches and also use range riders and other means to scare the predators away from cattle. North America's rarest subspecies of gray wolf, the Mexican wolf, was listed as endangered in 1976 after being pushed to the brink of extinction. The population has grown since. The wolves were first released in 1998 as part of a reintroduction program. The last annual census found about 186 Mexican wolves in the wild in New Mexico and Arizona, a 14% increase over the previous census. Well, taking a look at other news, we saw runoff over the Christmas holiday season. That's pretty obvious, but it wasn't supposed to run off quite as much as it did, and certainly not this early in the winter. That makes some hydrologists cautiously optimistic. The Christmas Eve storm raised reservoir levels. Salt River Project estimated that the Salt and Verde River watersheds would need 7 inches of precipitation this season before they'd see any kind of runoff that would positively impact reservoir levels. Yet, we got it after just 4 inches of rain. Now, thank the wet monsoons that we had this past summer, the soil isn't so horribly parched, and at least as it was last winter after a summer of almost no rain. Well, with less water soaking in this season, there's more of it to run off. A slow, steady Christmas Eve storm produced about 20,000 acre-feet of runoff, according to Charlie Esther, who manages SRP's watersheds. That's enough to raise the smaller reservoirs like Horseshoe and C.C. Cragen up on top of the rim by roughly 10 feet, and larger reservoirs such as Roosevelt Lake behind me by a little less than 1 foot. Even so, Roosevelt Lake is now showing 70% of its capacity. Early season runoff is a sort of like priming a pump. It typically takes a few storms to get things going, but once they do, subsequent storms can have more impact on the reservoirs that provide about 60% of Metro Phoenix's water supply. Now, that obviously comes with a big caveat, and that we need subsequent storms. The Salt and Verde watersheds were at 200% of average precipitation in December, and right on average for the water year that started on October 1st, despite a record-breaking warm November. But that won't last if we don't get more rains and snow. So we'll just have to wait and see. It does look like, though, we may have some coming our way. Coming up in Rim Country weather, you can look for conditions to be cool and seasonable with pretty dry conditions for the next couple of days. But then we do have a chance headed our way for some more precip. A complete report on your 7-day forecast is coming up next. You're watching Rim Country News.
Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination. Jake's started out as an Arizona stage stop way back in 1916, and folks have been stopping here ever since. Jake's also has been famous as a popular stopping spot for travelers headed to Rim Country or Roosevelt Lake. But as more people discover this historic stop, more and more, it becomes the destination. It was even featured in the 2008 movie Jake's Corner and later featured at the Sedona Film Festival. Ice-cold beers from the tap, imported or specialty beers, a generously stocked full bar, and great food that keeps you wanting to come back again and again. Enjoy a game of pool inside or step out and enjoy the covered patio and outdoor bar with live entertainment and much more. We hope to see you soon at one of the most historic stopping spots in Arizona, Jake's Corner Bar and Grill. It's not just a bar, it's a destination.
Hi, I'm Michael Dowling with the Old County Inn and Pinewood Tavern. So we've been using Lucas and Brandt probably for the last 4 years. They've been really awesome to work with, Amy and Marguerite. They do everything now from pretty much all of our payroll needs, pay all of our taxes. They even help us on Fridays to pick up our checks, which is great since they're local. But I pretty much use them for everything. They've been awesome to work with, and they take off all the things I don't have to worry about as far as taxes go, so I can concentrate on my business. But as for now, they're pretty much doing all of my personal taxes, all of our payroll needs, all of our business taxes, and very affordable and just awesome to work with, and they're local. So we really appreciate them, and they've been a great partner with us so far.
Well, taking a look now at your Rim Country 7-day weather forecast, high pressure aloft was centered over the southwest United States during the early morning hours this morning as a low pressure system was beginning to spin up off the northern Baja California coast. For today, high pressure is going to dominate, delivering generally cool but seasonable temperatures and dry conditions. Now, the southwest United States high and the associated subsidence will strengthen surface high pressure across the Colorado Plateau and Rocky Mountain region. The resulting pressure gradients will produce gusty northeast winds from Happy Jack to Flagstaff to the Grand Canyon and locations to the southwest. Now, you can look for northeast wind gusts around 25 miles an hour in some spots today. Then from Tuesday into Thursday, high pressure aloft will remain across our area but gradually weaken. The pesky Baja California low will dip further south, with the only effect through the period likely being variable high clouds streaming across Arizona. Dry conditions will likely persist, with just a slight chance of showers late on Thursday. Daytime temperatures will warm a bit over the high terrain and across central Arizona. High temperatures across the valleys of northeast Arizona will be a little more hesitant to climb due to light winds, trapped cold air drainage, and a strong nocturnal inversion that will be tough to warm up during the day. Now, looking from Friday onward, forecast models show the Baja low lifting northward across the southwest U.S. in response to another approaching trough. At this time, it looks mainly like really light precipitation. However, the forecast is tenuous at best since the low is located over a poorly sampled region of the Pacific, which presents challenges to our forecast models. Now, subtle differences in the low path could mean no precipitation, light precipitation, or decent precipitation for northern Arizona. In any event, elevated snow levels appear to be likely given the subtropical origin of that low. Well, meanwhile, highs and lows around Rim Country today should be looking like this. In Payson today, it'll be sunny, and it's going to be a little breezy too, with a high near 57. Those breezes are going to be pretty light though. Tonight, it'll be mostly clear, with Payson's low dropping to around 30. Now up on top of the rim at Forest Lakes, boy, it was chilly up there this morning just at sunrise, 17 degrees. That's definitely a little bit chilly, but they should warm up to about 43 degrees for a high today, and then back down to 20 degrees for a low up there tonight. Well, down here in Tonto Basin, 66 is the forecast high today, and tonight a relatively mild low of 39 is expected. And that's what's happening around Rim Country. For Tonto TV, K-Rim Radio News, and Global Trails Media, I'm Randy Roberson. Make it a great Monday. Thanks for watching.